What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with another off-season rebuild, and this time we're circling around back to a team that never even made it to the play-in tournament because, of course, we didn't have any basketball yesterday, but we have two games tonight to see two more teams getting eliminated. But today we're talking about the Utah Jazz. So, of course, between the two teams that are going to be eliminated tonight, you'll more than likely see those two rebuilds on Monday and Tuesday. So right now, I'm back and focused, like I said, on a team that didn't even make the play-in or the playoffs, that being the Jazz. They were next in line. So let's go ahead. Talk about what the Jazz could potentially do this offseason. It sounds like they may have somewhat of an aggressive approach in the offseason, so could be a very interesting offseason for the Jazz. Let's just go ahead, jump in, and let's do this Utah Jazz offseason rebuild today. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying the offseason rebuild so far. It sounds like you guys are. Definitely drop a like if you are. It helps out a lot, but let's go ahead and see who's going to the championship really quickly. So, according to 2K, Miami and Sacramento are going to win tonight, so we'll see if that ends up happening. But the Pacers make it all the way to the freaking finals, which is crazy. And they win a championship. So, not only do they get Caitlin Clark, they get a championship as well. Man, Indiana's on top right now. But they win in 6 games. I don't know if that would actually happen in real life, but whatever. So, very weird simulation so far. And we're only, like 5 seconds into it. But LeBron James, once again, trying to retire. We're going to make sure he does not. Let's get straight to the first step. As always, when it comes to these teams that did not make the plan, the draft lottery is a huge first step. So, could we get lucky in the lottery is the question. We know the Jazz have all these future picks. They reset from the Gobert and Mitchell era, and now they're in a pretty good spot. And Danny Ainge was asked about, I don't know where the interview came from, but it sounds like he was asked about what the Jazz plans are this offseason, and it sounds like their mindset is to be somewhat aggressive. So, I don't know what that's going to look like for them, if they're going to go try to make a trade for a star or something, but I'm going to just do my best on what I think would be best for the Jazz. And it all depends on where our draft luck ends up, of course. So, we are projected the 8th overall pick. It does say it's going to the Thunder, but I believe the Jazz's pick is protected. So, we are going to end up with pick number 9. So, falling down the board. I think we had, I already forgot what odds we just had, and it literally just happened a second ago. But whatever, we're at number 9. So, Rockets get number 1 via the Brooklyn Nets, which is crazy luck for them. Other than that, we got pick 9, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. So I'm going to fill out the rest of this coaching staff. We're going to figure out what we're going to do on draft night. I already have an idea on who I'd want to draft to this team. I don't know if he'll be there at number 9, though. So I think what I might do is I might go on to draft night, and we'll see if the guy I want falls to us. And if he doesn't, then maybe we take that approach of making an aggressive trade on draft night, or we could just draft someone else. There's decisions to be made, and we will make them. Today's video is brought to you by DGF's Optimizer. If you are using apps such as PrizePicks, Underdog, or any other DFS apps, having a tool like this is so clutch to finding good plays without having to do any research whatsoever. For example, if I just loaded the Optimizer up right now, I already found a very good play on the board, and that is Blake Snell plus Jordan Montgomery over pitcher strikeouts. I know nothing about baseball, but I don't need to know anything about it because I can just see that all the books are heavily favoring the over of that combo. So if you want to go ahead and find good plays as easy as this and within 2 seconds, make sure to check out this tool. Link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables, 25% off your first month. Don't just take my word for it. I'll show you some actual results here if I actually remember to put it in this time. I keep forgetting the last 2 videos, but I'm up $1,200 in profit since using DGF's Optimizer. It's absolutely insane how much it has changed my sports betting career. So make sure to check out this tool. Like I said, links in the description below. Use code Crushables. 25% off your first month, and they have all kinds of apps to find research or find plays on. If you're playing on Underdog, Better, or whatever it may be, they have all kinds of options here. And if you go on to PrizePicks, of course, that is a huge app I use this tool for. I'm also partnered with PrizePicks. Use code Crushables and match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. What PrizePicks is you choose between 2 to 6 players. 2 players being 3 times their entry, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times their entry. Not only do they have NBA, they have all kinds of other sports, all kinds of esports, and all kinds of stuff, man. There's all kinds of options on here. They even have NBA series on NBA series points, rebounds, and assists on here. They got NHL series now when the NHL playoffs are about to start. They have a free square on Nikola Jokic right now, so that's a really good time to sign up for PrizePicks, get some free money there. So yeah, make sure to check out PrizePicks. Absolutely swear by it. Gives me an extra sweat while I watch sports. Absolutely love it. Make sure to check it out. Links in the description below. Like I said, both links to all these are in the description below. Use code Crushables on each platform. Other than that, let's get back to this rebuild. So now that the coaching staff is completely filled out, let's go straight to draft night. So is there anybody I'm wanting to trade before we get into the draft is the question here that I want to start off with. So, I know Jordan Clarkson is someone we can move. Obviously, he didn't play a majority of the final moments of the season because it just feels like the Jazz had somewhat of a lot of their veterans out. Like John Collins wasn't playing, Sexton wasn't playing, Clarkson wasn't playing. They were kind of playing the young guys like George Hendricks, Sensabaugh. So I do believe I'm going to start here with trying to trade Clarkson, just because him being 32 years old, I definitely think it would make sense to maybe move him to a contender right now. He could probably be a good 6-man somewhere else. So like the Clippers want to give me a first-round pick, but the Clippers don't, I mean, have that many first to trade, so I just don't think it makes a lot of sense for them. Who was that? That was the Knicks. Okay, I can see that. I could get on board with the Knicks trading for a guy like Clarkson, although I do believe the Knicks are going to turn their attention to a bigger fish than this with their assets. So maybe we don't trade Clarkson at this moment, although we are getting some other offers. So we could trade our 2nd-round pick. That's only a 2nd-round pick. I don't want that. We could trade our 27th overall pick, which is late in the draft, and get a future pick for Larry Nance. Detroit, I know Detroit's going to be trying to be competitive next year, so maybe that's something. Top 5 protected Philadelphia or 76ers pick. Yeah, so far I'm not seeing any of these trades that I really like, that I feel like, you know, there were some picks in there, but let's just jump in and see if the guy I want falls to us. I really hope he does. I don't know if he will. So far, so good. Blazers take Sally. Wizards take Stephon. We got Ryan Dunn. So far, so good. 2 more spots. If he falls to me, this is who we're taking, and let's go. So this is what I'm going to take. I have not taken him just yet in a video, which I'm very excited. He fell to me. It is Rob Dillingham. So the Jazz need a point guard going forward, in my opinion, anyway. Rob Dillingham could absolutely fit that bill for them. I've taken Collier in the Spurs video, so we are going to change it up today. We are taking Rob Dillingham with this pick. So that worked out as much as I wanted to. So I feel good about that. We also have the 27th overall pick. We could take Mr. Zach Edey. We could take Kyle as well out of Duke. Justin Edwards, I believe, as well. Or that's Kentucky. So we could, you know, put some Kentucky teammates together. But I do believe I'm going to take Kyle here with this pick. Why not? We'll bring him in out of Duke. We'll take that. And that will give us another option, potentially off the bench going forward. You know, maybe we play in the G League right away. We'll see. We also get Matthew Cleveland in the 2nd round, very early 2nd round pick. Walker Kessler, of course, we're going to accept that. Probably our franchise center going forward. Qualifying offers, Kyra Lewis is a free agent. Johnny Juzang, I think I'm okay with just, you know, extending the offer. A $9.95 million qualifying offer on Kyra Lewis, though, is very expensive, so I'm not extending that. That's a lot of money. And then we are in the free agency. So I don't know if the Jazz have cap space. They do. So do have some cap space. Oh, I should have known that, because somehow they always end up with like James Harden or LeBron James or something crazy like that. So yeah, we could come out here and sign someone in free agency. Like I said, Danny Ainge sounds like they're going to take a little bit of a aggressive an approach here. So I could do that and sign like a good free agent here. But let's just look at what our rotation would be if we left it the way it is right now. So we have Keontae George, Rob Dillingham as our point guard rotation. We could slide Keontae George to the 2 if we wanted to. Sexton right now as well, which is definitely something we have to wonder about, but we'll figure that out. Clarkson. So our backcourt right now would be set if we ran it like this. Markkanen, Sensabaugh, Taylor Hendricks, and then John Collins, Kessler, and Kyle. So yeah, we pretty much have a set rotation as it is. So what I think I want to do is probably just sign like a power forward and run it like this. I know, like I said, Danny Ainge wanted to be somewhat aggressive. Maybe they wanted to do something else. So maybe we could sign like a, I don't know, we could sign like a Tobias Harris if we wanted to, but I don't really like the idea of that. Maybe we could throw an offer sheet at Patrick Williams. You know, the Jazz threw an offer sheet at Paul Reed last year. Patrick Williams is someone that the Bulls may not be willing to resign just because it's been up and down with him there. He has not played lately either for them. And speaking of the Bulls, sounds like Alex Caruso is going to play tonight, which is something I don't think any of us really expected. But I am going to throw an offer sheet at Patrick Williams. Why not? I mean, this is going to be, I want it to be as cheap as possible, though, so I don't want it to be that expensive. So, like, $15 million does still seem like a little bit of an overpay, but I do believe he would be a nice piece to, and me lowballing them, the Bulls just may match it, which they did. That was kind of dumb on my part now I think about it. Whatever. It is what it is. I didn't get him. It's not the end of the world. So, yeah, that was dumb. But whatever. I learned my lesson now. So, what we're going to do is there any other? So, we could sign like Obi Toppin, who actually wouldn't be a bad player to bring in either. Sadiq Bey, Grayson Allen, who's another free agent. So, Oubre, OG, Anunoby. A lot of interesting options here, Royce, or Isaac Okoro. Actually, don't mind the idea of Okoro, but I do like my small forward rotation as it is. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and sign like Obi Toppin to a deal. He is going to be a, unrestricted free agent, so we don't have to sweat anybody matching his offer sheet this time around. So we're just going to sign Obi Toppin to a deal, give us a little bit of a bench off the boost or whatever. Maybe he starts, I don't know. But yeah, this is what it's going to look like. There's definitely a good chance we stop the deadline to trade Clarkson. I did try to do that, as you guys know. But I kind of like where we're at. What we're going to do is send Kyle to the G League. Rob Dillingham's going to get some minutes right away. Clarkson's regressing. George is up. If I move George to shooting guard, by the way, does he go up to 2? No, he does not. He stays the same. All right. Noted. Maybe later on he would go up. But right now he stays the same. Okay. Not a crazy offseason by any means, but I do love the addition of Rob Dillingham. If done right, he could develop really nicely for us. I've seen him develop really, really good in 2K before. So we have our franchise point guard easily, which is great. Sexton might be a victim of someone we move later on. Again, we'll just kind of see and feel out the things here. So Markkanen is also a free agent this offseason. We could explore the idea of trading him at the deadline if we want to. We don't feel like we need to keep him going forward. So a lot of different options at the table for us to look into. So George, Sexton, Markkanen, Hendricks, Kessler is our starting 5 right now, which I'm cool with. John Collins off the bench, Obi Toppin, Clarkson, and then Dillingham is getting minutes, which is what I wanted. So the only other thing I'm going to do now is, I guess, I don't love sending Sensabaugh to the G League after he played a little bit, but I definitely think it makes sense for long term. I think we send him to the G League. Why is Jalen? I still truly do not understand why 2K makes Detroit get rid of Duren every time. It makes no sense to me, but whatever. So we're going to sign just one player. Not that it really matters here. That way we can send Mr. Sensabaugh and Kyle to the G League. So those guys will be huge rotational pieces for us next year. More than likely, I will stop at the deadline to make some trades here because I do believe there could be some movement that could be useful at the deadline. Also depends on how our record is too, obviously. We're at the NBA trade deadline as we are 19-34 on the season, and I have a big decision to make here because we either have the option to extend Lauri Markkanen and keep him here, or we can trade him right now. Whatever we want to do, he's an expiring contract. Does it make sense to just go ahead and re-sign him, or do we go ahead and trade him here is the question. So he is averaging 24 points per game, 40% shooting from 3. So he's really good right now. So part of me wants to keep him around. I know for a fact I do want to trade Jordan Clarkson away just because I feel like I want other guards to get opportunities over him. So he is averaging 12 points per game. So I am still going to try to move him here. So let's start there. So let's try to move Jordan Clarkson if we can. So let's start with trading him because, again, I try to do this in the offseason. So Paul Reed, who, signed an offer sheet with Utah, of course. The 76ers matched it. Brandon Clark, Clint Capella, Duncan Robinson, Grant Williams, Harrison Barnes, Mitchell Robinson. So far I'm not getting like any picks I wanted. But unfortunately, yeah, so nothing is really popping up here as far as draft compensation is concerned. Which kind of sucks because I wanted to go ahead and get a draft pick for Clarkson, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen here, unfortunately. Literally no team has offered me any picks whatsoever. So I wonder if I can get like a second round pick out of somebody. It's like the Miami Heat. Like Jonathan Isaac doesn't sound too bad if I guess the Magic wanted more offensive options. Maybe the Nuggets want an upgrade from KCP. The Pacers are offering me TJ McConnell. Can I get like a second or two off of you for TJ McConnell? I feel like that. I mean, TJ McConnell is a huge part of Indiana's bench. But let's see what they say. They want a first, not happening. So we're not trading Clarkson. So do I trade Markkanen? Let's see what the offers are first. And if there is like a really good offer on the table, then maybe we do it. But if not, I'm just going to extend him here and live with Markkanen going forward. So I thought, Middleton, Lonzo, LeVert, Merrill, Capella first, Great Man and Richards. So far, not really liking anything here, to be honest with you. So honestly, at this point in time, I do think it makes sense to just go ahead and extend Markkanen, I think. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to sign Markkanen to a long-term extension. I thought I was going to make some movement here at the deadline, but I am not having any success in doing so. Is there anybody else I want to try to trade here? Again, I wanted to trade Clarkson, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Unless maybe I threw what if I threw Omer in here as well? Does someone offer me a first for these two? So Paul Reed and Johnny Furphy, Brooke Lopez, Vucevic. I'm just looking for a first-round pick. Capella. I don't really want Capella back right now. John Isaac getting a first-round pick. So the Magic trade basically a first for Clarkson, but I feel like Isaac has been pretty solid for them lately, so I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, it's not happening, guys. It's just not going to happen. McDaniels doesn't make any sense. So we're keeping Clarkson. We're not doing anything at the deadline like I thought we were going to, but hey, we've committed to Markkanen, and that's what we're rolling with. I will once again try to trade Clarkson for a third attempt, definitely in the offseason, but on that, let's just see how the rest of the season goes. So at the end of the season, Jokic wins MVP, and here were the rest of your awards here. So we did not get Rob Dillingham on an we didn't get him winning Rookie of the Year. He didn't get to start, unfortunately, but he does make an all-rookie second team, which is great. He averaged 10 points off the bench, not too shabby. Of course, like I said, he's going to be a huge part of this team, probably going to be our starting point guard in the future. But here were the end of the season stats. He had 24 from Markkanen, 16 from Sexton, 16 from George, 13 from Clarkson, 11 from Toppin, and 10 from Collins, and 10 from Rob Dillingham. So let's see who wins the championship again. Last year, of course, it was the Pacers. Do they do that again? They are going on a run, but they do get stunned by Cleveland. So you got Oklahoma City and the Thunder in the finals, and the Thunder go on to win the championship. So We got another lottery ahead of us, which is going to be pretty important, obviously. Hopefully this year we actually get some lottery luck on our side. I believe we have more than just one pick, but I don't know if we'll have 2 picks in this lottery or not, so let's see what happens. So we are projected number 6. It does say it's going to the Thunder, but like I said, I'm pretty sure our pick is protected. And then other than that, I don't think we have Minnesota's pick, which is projected to be pick 14. So we're going to have at least 2 lottery picks here. So let's see if our pick jumps up or not. So, oh man, I thought that was our pick. Damn, I thought our pick jumped up to 1. That'd been crazy. But we get 6. We get pick number 6. And then we get, I said 14 from the Timberwolves. And then we have 29 via Cleveland later in the draft. And I think that's it. So let me double check that that pick is protected. I'm pretty damn sure it is. So it fell at 6. We're going to see if it's top, at least top 6 protected. I believe it is. I'm going to keep Will Hardy around. I don't think he's done anything wrong necessarily. I guess unless Danny Ainge was like impatient or like the ownership was impatient with how this last season went and they're ready to go win. But I think this season we are going to up that up a little bit, especially depending on who we get in this draft. A final successful attempt at trading Clarkson. I'm going to be sending him over to Miami for 2 second-round picks. You could argue to me that Clarkson might be worth a protected first, but at this point, I'm just eager to get rid of him. I want him out of here. I want to give my guards other minutes, or more minutes, I should say. So I'm sending him to Miami, and that is a done deal. So Clarkson is finally out of here after 2 tries. That's, third time's a charm or whatever. But and then we're going to have Sensabaugh and Kyle join the rotation next year, which is really exciting. But let's go ahead and see. So John Collins is someone that definitely could be moved as well, but he has an expiring contract. I believe he has a player option that he'll probably accept. Yeah, he's going to accept that. But we do have our draft pick. It was top 10 protected. So Ace Bailey goes number 1 in this draft. That's pretty crazy. So the Thunder pass on Cooper Flagg as Cooper Flagg falls to Chicago. That could be huge for Chicago. Number 4 is Dylan Harper to the Spurs, which is a good pick for them. And then Bethea goes number 5 to the Rockets. So we are at 6. And we have Dink paid at the board. You have Damian Sarr, Asa Newley, Hugo Gonzalez, Noah, VJ Edgecombe, a center, AJ Johnson, Carter Bryant, and Jackson. So, as far as who should be the best pick for us, I'm leaning between Damian Sarr or Pink here, or Pate. Sorry, Dink Pate, I believe is his name in real life, but it's Dirk for, I'm assuming 2K finds Dink to be profanity. If anyone ever asks why the draft classes are misspelled, that is why, because 2K registers some names as profanity. Asa wouldn't be bad either. I guess we could use All-NBA, and then Damian Sarr is projected Hall of Fame. I'm going to take Damian Sarr. Damian Sarr, welcome to the Jazz. We had a 14th overall pick as well. AJ Johnson, Hugo Gonzalez, Carter Bryant, Ian Jackson. I think I'm going to take Hugo Gonzalez here. That falls to us here as well. And we had another late pick I totally forgot about, so let's go see what we can get at this late stage. We have Florin. We have a backup point guard, Booker, Isaiah Evans. I guess I'll go ahead and take Mr. Lee here out of Michigan. And that will be our draft. So really, really solid draft. We get Damian Sarr, which I feel pretty good about, and Hugo Gonzalez late in the draft as well, and Lee as well. So very, very, very solid. John Collins actually declined his player option. Bless up, because I did not want to keep him anyway. So thank goodness I don't have to deal with him anymore. So I did not expect him to decline that, but I will take that. Qualifying offers Melvin Castle, a free agent, of course. We only signed him so we could send someone to the G League. But Kyra Lewis is a free agent. We do have cap space once again to sign someone if we want to. So right now, George Dillingham is our point guard rotation. We did just draft 2 shooting guards, so I do believe Clarkson is someone that I could be comfortable moving here as well. And then what else? So let me take a look at the rest of the rotation. Markkanen's our 3. Hendricks right now and Obi Toppin are our 4. And then Walker Kessler and Kyle is our 5 at this very moment. I kind of want, like I said, I kind of want to upgrade up the aggressiveness here a little bit. I wonder if we could throw Sexton in a trade along with another piece with some future draft assets that we have, and maybe go get like not necessarily like a veteran who's like 29 or something, but like someone who maybe is like right on the edge of like 25, 26 that could help us out right away and make us somewhat of a, although we could just sign that in free agency. We don't even have to make it, I mean, we could go like sign Franz Wagner to an offer sheet if we wanted to. We could go give like Levert or Tom, I don't know why I said Levert, but you get what I'm saying. But I'm gonna explore the trade market first. Let's explore the trade market first. So I've looked at the trade market, and we have some interesting options on the table. I'm kind of leaning between towards 2 people. Now, one of them is going to be a lot harder to get. The other one I think will be somewhat easy to get. So I'm kind of looking at a small forward because we could slide Markkanen into the 4 if we wanted to. But I'm looking at RJ Barrett, someone who is like 25, who would fit the timeline very, very well. And the other option I was looking at, which I found very interesting, they were the AFC last year, and that'd be the Boston Celtics. The only reason why I'm looking at this is because Jaylen Brown would immediately make us extremely good. Jaylen Brown is that in 2K. Now, he is 28 years old, though. That is the problem. But I think Will Hardy, if I'm not mistaken, Will Hardy used to be the assistant coach in Boston. Right? Am I right about that? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But assuming that is correct, I don't know if they ever had a connection, but say they did. Jaylen Brown, Will Hardy, bring them together. The Boston Celtics, of course, are going to run into some cap problems eventually anyway. Jason Tatum is going to have to be re-signed right now to a Supermax extension. So Jaylen Brown, I think, could be pried away from the Celtics. Now, the problem with doing this is our timeline immediately gets accelerated. But like I said, Mr. Danny Ainge, who also drafted Jaylen Brown, by the way, forgot to mention that. Yeah, so this makes so much sense to me. I'm going to try it. So let's see if we can get Jaylen Brown from the Celtics. It's going to cost a ton. I know that. But Sexton will be part of the trade to start things off. We could throw Obi Toppin in here, and then we could throw some of these picks in here. So that's a 2-star draft pick, this Cavaliers pick, and then let's say this Timberwolves pick, and also maybe I threw one of these young guys in here, like Damian Sarr has some value, so that's great. Dillingham, I'm going to try to keep out of this trade. Let's say Kyle has some value. Okay. Let's say we did, let's start it simple. Let's say we did Sexton, Obi Toppin, 3 first-round picks, which I think is more than fair for someone like Jaylen Brown. They disagree right away. Okay. I'm actually cool with throwing Sarr in here. If that's what it means to get Jaylen Brown, they don't agree still. Damn. Okay. So they don't agree to that. I will throw Lee in here as well. They still don't agree. And then I will throw, they don't agree. They unfortunately do not agree to this. Wait, what if I throw Hugo Gonzalez in here as well? This is going to be a lot, but bro, getting Jaylen Brown, I think, would be worth it. And they still don't agree to that. I'll throw that first in here. They agree. We got Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, welcome to Utah. Did I overpay? Absolutely. But I think this is going to help us go win a championship. Colin Sexton, Toppin, first-round picks. Sarr, Hugo, Gonzalez. So that's, what, 3 first? Or 2 first. Obi Toppin, Sexton. 4 players, 2 first for Jaylen Brown. I'm still very happy with it. We get the connection with Danny Ainge, Will Hardy, Jaylen Brown in Utah now, which is great. I feel great about it. So now we have Mr. Do we not have a starting shooting guard anymore? Oh yeah, because we're gonna slide George down to the 2. I think that's what my plan was. So we're gonna slide George down to the 2, and Dillingham's going to start. So Dillingham gets an opportunity, which is great for him. And now we just got to fill out the bench. So yeah, we definitely gave up more depth than I would have wanted. Sensabaugh, Hendricks are going to step up, and Kyle's going to step up. So our front court set, it's all about getting some guard depth, and we should be golden, which we still have money to sign some really good players here. We can sign Trey Jones. We can sign like Schroeder, Jalen Noel, Ben Simmons, Bones Highland, Davion Mitchell is sitting here, shooting guards. We have plenty of scoring, so I don't really want to like go for like Cam Thomas, for example. How much money do we have? We have a lot. So we can afford to splurge a little bit here. So I am going to, Jalen Suggs a little out of my price range. Trey Jones, I like the idea of a little bit. Ben Simmons, find very somewhat. Ben Simmons off the bench is interesting as well. He'd be a really good, there'd be no pressure on him to be any good at all. Like, he wouldn't have to be very good. So, like, Grimes and Ben Simmons are someone that kind of stands out to me, but we could probably Bolts. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm going to sign Quentin Grimes off the bench here, and I'm gonna sign Ben Simmons. As weird as that sounds, I think Ben Simmons could actually be pretty serviceable off the bench at this stage. So there would be no pressure for him to be any good as far as scoring is concerned. You have no pressure. No one would watch the Utah Jazz anyway, right? We could re-sign John Collins as well, but I'm not doing that. So Simmons, Quentin Grimes, since I think I cooked. We'll see if I did, or did I cook this team? We'll find out. But I feel pretty solid about that. So we have 91 Jaylen Brown, 87 Markkanen, 85 Walker Kessler, 80 Dillingham, 84 George, 80 Grimes, 79, 78, 70. Look at this team developing. You love to see it. I could even move Simmons to small forward right now if I wanted to. If I wanted to cook, I could move Simmons to small forward, and he would go up to an 82 overall. Do I do that? I think I do. Let's make him an 82 overall. Why do we not do that? So let's do that, and we feel good. Simmons, of course. So Sensabaugh and Simmons are still going to get minutes together, but Simmons will still play that point guard, power or small forward role or whatever. So, yeah, I feel fantastic. I think that was a fantastic offseason. Our timeline is accelerated, but I think it was necessary. I think this team is ready to blossom a little bit. Markkanen is not getting any younger either. We committed to him, so bringing him a co-star such as Jaylen Brown, someone Danny Ainge is very familiar with, I like a lot. So, Probably is going to land 9th overall. Proficiency is 4-star balance. Here is your rotation: Dillingham, Keontae George, Jaylen Brown, Markkanen, Walker Kessler, Ben Simmons, Grimes, Kyle, and Taylor Hendricks. That actually leaves Sensabaugh out of the rotation, which I feel a little bad about. But it's whatever. So I'm going to send him to the G League again, and that will be our rotation. So yeah, hopefully this ends up being as good as I think it's going to be in my head. We'll find out. Let's simulate this season and see what this Jazz team does. MVP goes to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year, Kyle Kuzma 6-man, Wembanyama Defensive Player, Dillingham Most Improved. Love to see it. And so as soon as we go get Jaylen Brown and get some pieces to help this team win now, Dillingham decides, let me step up. Very efficient, 21 points per game, 6 assists, almost 50. Not really, but, very 48, 86, 42.7. That's pretty damn good. I almost said 50, 40, 90, but it's not that close. I mean, 4% off from 90 and then 2.3% or 1.3% from 50. But whatever, that's besides the point. So NBA first team. I can't imagine we have anybody on here, but maybe we do. No. So all offensive first team, all defensive second team, and all rookie first team. So Hugo ended up averaging 10 points in Boston. And then did Mr. Damian Sarr cook as well? He did with 8 points. But yeah, we decided to go, accelerate our timeline. Was it the right decision? That remains to be seen. Of course, if it don't end up in a championship, maybe it wasn't the right decision. But we went 58 and 24. Had to feel pretty damn good about that. So look at the player stats. You had 26 from Jaylen Brown, which I knew he'd come in right away and be very, very good for us. He's locked up for 4 more years. 21 from Dillingham, 20 from Markkanen, 17 from George. Very good to see him step up as well. All around, we have to be very, very excited with how this season went. So we get the Pelicans round 1, who of course have Mr. Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram. They have Donovan Clingan as well, which would actually be probably a better big man to have than Jonas Valanciunas. So we'll see how this goes for New Orleans. Hopefully we do not lose in round 1. We didn't come this far just to lose in round 1, but you never really know with this game. So we're up 3-2, and we are going to a game 7. So game 7 early on for us. Let's make sure we run our 9 best players, best minutes we possibly can here. So here we go. Game 7 in Utah. Hopefully we can make these Utah fans proud. We got ourselves a close one here, and it looks like we are going to the second round. So 29 for Jaylen Brown, 24 from Markkanen, and 18 from Grimes. And now we get the Golden State Warriors. We have Steph, Podziemski, Wiggins, Kuminga, Jackson Davis, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson. This team is old news, right? They did nothing to upgrade this roster. We better not loosen them. Somebody cut around, and we sweep them. Get them out of our face. And we don't have to deal with the Thunder. This is the best chance we have at getting to the NBA Finals right now. We have to beat the Kings. We cannot afford to lose this team. They did sign Jalen Suggs, which is a really good signing. Don't get me wrong. Quickly as well. How do they afford all that? I didn't feel like the Kings had that much cap space. He signed for 13.24, and Jalen Suggs signed for $2 million, of course. Please cook this team. Game 1, 1-0, 131 to 112. 30 points from Jaylen Brown, 22 from George. Game 2, so far so good. Are we gonna sweep them? No, don't blow a 3-0 lead. We beat them in 5. We're in the finals. Just like that, we're in the NBA Finals. Did I expect that to happen this soon? Not at all, but I'm happy. The Pacers won a championship early in this video. So do I want to play them? They signed Jalen Duren, which is a really good signing, and we got Miami as well. So Miami, to be honest, looks a little bit more intimidating, but we'll see who we get to play. All right, game 7. Let's simcast a computer game. Why not? This doesn't matter to me whatsoever. This will be like the first time I've ever done this, I think. So let's see who wins it. So Indiana's blowing them out. So Indiana is going to be the team we play. Kind of the team I think I would rather have wanted to play anyway. They have a good team as well, but Miami kind of looked like stacked overall wise. I mean, you got Rozier, Hero, Butler, Ron Holland, Bam, Jaime Jaquez, 84 off the bench, and 81 Drew Holiday. Not too bad. But Indiana, of course, also looks pretty good with like Turner off the bench, Siakam, Mathurin, and Bard. But we're in the finals, man. And we play the Pacers, who won a championship already in this video. So hopefully it's our turn here. Game 1, 1-0, 136 to 129, 31 and 3 from Dillingham. Dillingham has just been amazing, bro. Like, I did not expect him to be this good this quickly, but I will take it. So hopefully we can continue this run here. 2-0, 3-0, and are we going to win a championship this early? Let's go, man. I did not expect to win a championship this quickly. The fact that the Thunder lost was a huge blessing. If they didn't lose, I don't know if we would have made it this far, but I will absolutely take that. I've only been recording for like, what? Not that long at all, to be honest with you. 27 points per game, 8 assists from Dillingham in that finals run. Let's go, man. That is fantastic. As much as I want to end this on a good note on a championship, I don't even feel like I've been recording that long. So I'm going to go at least one more season here. I want to see how much like Dillingham develops and stuff. Boston ends up with number 2 overall. And then that Minnesota pick as well. So Boston, after trading Jaylen Brown, really started to suck. I wonder if they lost Tatum as well. Did Tatum not re-sign with them? Let's see. He did re-sign with them. They still sucked. That team is still good. I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe I could have moved maybe I'll move Sexton and point guard for them. But yeah, this team still could have been solid around Jason Tatum, I think. But whatever. They're gonna have some guys developing, so maybe that will help as well. But let's go ahead and get ourselves a shot doctor in the building, and let's get a wing whisper, and we can run it back for another season. But man, that offseason was special. We cooked, man. We cooked. I love it. But let's get straight to player options, and let's see what we got going on here. So I don't think we had a draft picks. We traded a lot of our picks. We had a early second round pick, but we get to accept all these options, which is great. Qualifying offers: Walker Kessler, obviously a must re-sign. Our franchise center, as I mentioned earlier. Imagine we get Luka Doncic on this team as well, but that's not even necessary. We don't need Luka Doncic. We already got some good. We got Dillingham. So I don't have to renounce I don't have to re-sign anybody else. This team is damn good, and I'm ready to run it again. So rotation staying exactly the same. Let's go straight to player progression, and let's see what this is going to look like. I'm hoping Dillingham develops like crazy. So he's up to an 81. Damn, he did not move at all, but he was so damn good last year. Oh, well, I mean, he still was fantastic in the regular season. George is up, Kessler is up, Simmons is up, Sensabaugh is up. So, yeah, still pretty good. But, yeah, I expected Dillingham to jump up to like an 84 here, but he did not move at all, which sucks. But, hey, we got a championship out of the way already, so really can't complain. We're going to run it another season, see if we can make it 2 in a row. If we win 2 in a row, maybe I make it, maybe I go for the 3-peat, but I highly doubt we're getting 2 in a row. It's very, very hard to do, especially if the Thunder actually make it to the conference finals, or if we see them earlier than that. They'd probably beat us because the Thunder are the Thunder. But I will see you guys at the end of this season. So once again, in the season awards here, as Hugo Gonzalez wins 6th Man of the Year, someone we did trade to Boston, of course. Looks like he's doing pretty good, but we already got a championship out of it, so we got our trade worth it, so I'm not too upset with that. But this year we all ended up we got the 2nd seed again. I thought we ended up as the 5th seed, but whatever. So 24 points from Jaylen Brown, 24 from Dillingham, 21 from Markkanen, 16 from George, 10 from Hendricks, 9 from Kessler, and 8 from Grimes, 7 from Simmons, and 6 from Kyle. So here goes nothing. Another series here against Minnesota this time around, who have Jared McCain out of Duke, who is averaging 16 points per game. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind for Jared McCain in future videos. Damn, not a bad point guard for them. But let's go ahead. They lost Gobert, it looks like. They're the 7th seed for a reason. Somebody cut around, and we are going to sweep them. So we take care of them, but now we run into Mr. Wembanyama. I know they got Dylan Harper earlier, too. They have Keegan Murray now. They have Zach Satcher, and Asa, Vassell. This won't be easy. Especially if we see play-in game against the Warriors, Keegan Murray. 52% from 3 in that first round. Damn, that's crazy. Let's see what happens here. We swept the Jazz, bro. Or the Spurs. That's crazy. Okay, and now we get the Thunder. So, yeah, the Thunder here look very terrifying. Not gonna lie. Here goes nothing. Game 1, 1-0. They beat us by 20. Down 2-0, and we are getting swept. No, we do win 1. Imagine if we came back from 3-0. Let's see if we can do it. Why not? We have nothing to lose here. We already got our championship. So let's see if I can come back from 3-0. Not looking good for us, ladies and gentlemen. I think we lost. Yeah, we definitely got blown out. So no chance to come back here. 82-118. Let me try to shoot a 3-pointer real quick, and then I'm done here. Not Kessler, we're at the free throw line. It looks like, I think. Okay, let's see if I can hit a free throw. Damn, this camera is crazy. Let me get the 2K camera, please. What are we doing here? High, nosebleeds, or is it drive now? Okay, I guess they call it drive. I don't know, but whatever. See if we can hit this free throw with Kessler, and not even close. Okay, we'll try again. See if we can hit it this time. And did I get iced or something? Why is it zooming in like that? I have no idea. What is going on? I think I'm on a camera I'm not used to. Whatever. I'll just live with it. Cason Wallace getting a screen from, is that Jeremy Grant? No, I don't know who that is, actually. I think I can't tell. Cason Wallace kicks it out to OG. Back to, damn. If I played like this with this camera all the time, I would get a damn headache. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm not on 2K like I thought I was. Or, there it is. There's 2K. I was like, dude, what am I doing here? All right. That's why that camera was so weird. We have 21 seconds. Why is Dillingham really this small? This dude looks tiny. Or am I just zoomed out? I don't know, bro. I'm over here. I'm tripping right now. Got hit a 3 with Dillingham? Nope. Oh, I got fouled, though. I'll take that. Thank you, Casey Wallace. See if we can hit some free throws this time. Very slow release. We hit the first one. W. All right, let's see if we can hit the second one. And we are going to miss the second one. Okay. Third one. Green it. No, not going to. Or make it, though. All right, swish. We'll take it. Thunder win this series. We got eliminated in the conference finals. But you know what? Like I said, we got our championship out of the way. So I don't even care. Can I get a steal to end this one? Oh, I wanted that steal. But whatever. All right, guys. We got a championship. So I can't complain. Yeah, we lose to the Thunder. But thank goodness the King. Thank goodness for the Kings, man. The fact that they took care of them in that round 2 was huge. But we can't not go back-to-back, unfortunately. I hope you guys enjoyed this video regardless. I will see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. Enjoy some playing basketball again tonight. And we'll be back Monday or Tuesday. Be back Monday and Tuesday with the teams that get eliminated. Other than that, it's Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.